You got sisters? Hell yeah. Younger, older?
One older, one younger.
Oh, fuck. Which one was more of a terror on your life? Older. Yeah. What'd she do to you?
A lot. It's all manipulation.
All manipulation?
Yeah.
To get you to do what?
Yeah. Anything to get me in trouble. Yeah.
So she'd do something fucked up and then put the blame on you?
Or just convince me to do the fucked up thing. And tell everybody about it.
What, brother, what kind of fucked up thing?
Petty theft.
Petty theft? How petty are we talking? What did she make you steal?
No.
I have a feeling it was a bigger crime than he's letting on. He's like, I know you comedians, you film every single one of these shows. I'm not going to jail for this shit. What did you say to me? Say it again, say it louder.
Skinny Hugh Jackman.
Okay, why does everyone always have to add an adjective before the Hugh Jackman? It never is just Hugh Jackman, it's like Jewy Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman if he got hit by an oar. Hugh Jackman if he was playing Leonard Bernstein. Do we have theater kids here? Yeah? What was the last show you did?
Singing in the Rain?
Did you do the tap dancing and stuff?
Oh no. It was just...
You did Singing in the Rain without the tap dancing? That's a pretty bad musical.
Yeah, it was a 1-week summer camp for 12-year-olds.
You were 12? That was your last show? Oh, wow.
Yeah, then I started working.
Then Dad made me go to the mines. No daughter of mine is gonna be singing in the rain. She's gonna be digging in the dark. Do you still have it in you? Do you have that theater thing?
Oh, now I'm nervous, but yeah.
Believe, I'm not gonna give you my stage. Don't worry, I was gonna go, do you wanna do the rest? No, I'm a theater kid too. Except I didn't quit when I was 12. Do you both know who I am?
No.
No? Why would you take this risk? Do you see a lot of comedy?
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah? Who do you like?
I just saw Santino this weekend in Austin.
Okay.
And then I like Joe Rogan, of course.
Sure. We have a real similar fan base, me and Joe Rogan. It's a real circle overlapping together. I think there's a little crossover. We'll see if I can get you. My girlfriend and I, Joe Rogan says some stuff that I get nervous about, some science stuff that I don't know if it's really scientific. My girlfriend and I were talking about how problematic Joe Rogan could be. And then as a joke, my girlfriend and I were about to have sex. And she said, that wasn't the joke part. That wasn't like as a joke, before having sex, my girlfriend was like, Alexa, play the Joe Rogan Experience. And the Alexa was like, resuming the Joe Rogan Experience. And I was like, you snitching bitch! We got couples here tonight? Oh, you? How long?
Just over 2 years.
What do you fight about?
I hate to say this, but he's...
Really? Because you sound like you love to say it, if I'm being honest with you. I hate to say this. Can I have the microphone, please? What?
Well, you know, you're right, because it's going to sound like I'm bragging, because I guess I am. He's very secure, I realized, and I'm not.
That took a very interesting turn. Because I thought this was going to be funny, and now I just feel bad about myself. That's like when you go to a job interview and they're like, what are your flaws? I'm too secure. What are you insecure about?
Ooh, what am I not insecure about?
I hear you, sister.
Well, that's why it's so infuriating talking to him, because I'm like, that's what it's like to have a brain that isn't as messed up as this one.
Aww.
Listen, I think a couple more years, you'll fuck them up real good. Don't you worry. How did you two meet?
We went to the same elementary school.
Oh my God! Have you only fucked each other? Yes? Oh my God! You could both be terrible and have no fucking idea. So you know it's supposed to last longer than a minute. That's really what you do. There was someone I had sex with freshman year of college, and then I remember like 10 years later, we ran into each other in New York City, and we ended up having sex again. And And I remember I was so stressed right before. I was like, oh my God, I hope she has a terrible memory because nothing's changed. It's the same 3 positions followed by the same apology. When you're hooking up, I felt like one of those olden DJs. I was like, let me take it back to the early 2000s by spelling the alphabet in your pussy. Are you guys married, dated? Nothing? What are you?
Mother, son.
Mother, son. You know what? That's the only relationship that lasts forever. Where's Dad?
He's at home.
He's at home. In Texas? You came here for this?
No.
Oh.
The air show.
Yes.
The air
no.
show.
Yeah.
What's the air show?
The Blue Angels and the military planes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You flew to see other people fly. You could have just been on your plane and be like, holy shit, we're actually in the fucking thing. What's the most annoying thing she does?
Just always checking in.
Always checking
constantly.
in?
Yeah.
He almost died once, so I'm a little sensitive.
How did he almost die?
He dove in a pool,
He dove in a pool.
broke his neck.
So your mom's always like, make sure it's the deep end this time, sweetheart. Who's this snorter over here? Is that you? No, it's fantastic. I love it. I love it. That's like, oh my God. I mean, it's incredible. I don't know. Snorting is like the squirting of laughing. You don't want it all the time, but you feel kind of special when you get it done. Thank God for you. You're going to keep this show going. Have you always laughed this way? Or? Yeah? Oh, so I'm not special or anything. You're like... I'm going to start singing Old MacDonald at the right time. It's going to be amazing. On that farm there was a pig with a... What do you do?
I work in marketing.
What do you market?
I work at Zillow.
You work at Zillow? That's... These women, they're like, I'm such a fan of your work. That's basically, you look at houses for sale, and do you like go on Zillow?
Yeah, before you go to bed.
Before you go to bed? Before you go to bed in your shitty apartment with 8 roommates, you're like, oh God. Dude, but doesn't it feel like torture? It does. Do you look at them and you're like, maybe someday, or are you just like...
Yeah, I try to look like in my area or in San Francisco, and then I'm like, it's never gonna happen.
You're breaking her heart. Can you give her a discount code or something? Throw her a bone.
Yeah, I rent too.
You rent too? Well, why the fuck do you work for Zillow? You don't know what you're talking about. You're like a vegan making sausages. It doesn't make any sense.
Trying to help people understand like what they can afford and
Oh, that doesn't sound condescending as fuck. You're gonna install blockers. She's trying to fall asleep at night. She's looking up houses and goes, babe, you can't afford this. Are you seeing anyone? Are you single?
I'm married.
Where's the partner?
He's in Seattle. He's in a job.
What does he do for work? He has to go to Seattle.
He's a dancer.
He's a dancer.
Not that kind of dancer.
Not that kind of dancer. What kind? I didn't even do anything yet. I just got out of the chair, and you're like, not like that. Oh, what kind of dance does he do?
She got off from work. Hip hop. What?
Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. I agree. What was the first kind of dance?
It's like a native Chicago dance. Chicago footwork.
Chicago footwork. That's not a real dance form. What's Chicago footwork? Is that where you're trying to like avoid all the bullets? Chicago. I had a friend in 7th grade. Out of nowhere, he started wearing a hat, and we bullied him so much he started crying. I mean, it ruined his bar mitzvah for everybody there. But I think it's okay to wear anything on your head that you want. How are you guys doing over there? Can I talk to you for a second? What's your name?
I'm Sky.
Okay, now let me tell you, before you talked, I didn't know if you were gonna go woof woof or something. But I'm glad that we can have a conversation. Sky, I appreciate you being here.
I love being here. This is actually my first time ever seeing you.
Yeah? Believe it or not, this was my first time seeing one of you. Okay, great. You all put on. Can you? Okay. So you're Sky, and is furry the correct term?
Yeah.
That is the correct term. All right, I got the lingo down. There's not like a slur that like. Not yet. Let's see if we can come up with one together. No, Texas, no. I imagine you guys have a good sense of humor about things. Yeah. So how, Sky, how long have you been a furry?
I've had this pet for 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
And the same. I don't need to be outfit. Character.
Yeah.
And what's your character's name?
Sky. But
Oh, that's convenient. I do a character when I'm up here too. It's called Gianmarco. Go ahead. Are there a lot of furries here in Plano?
Plano, yeah. There's actually a fur meet in Plano that happens every month.
A fur meet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you meet? Like, is it in a public space?
Oh, I don't know if I want to dox that.
Oh, shit. So can we talk? I know it's the late show. We can talk about sex. Yeah. So how? Are you only doing it doggy style, or is anything with that on? Every style is doggy style when you're a furry. Do you keep it on for part of it, the whole thing?
It depends if we're filming.
Oh man. Is there a website you want to plug while we have you here? Can I ask, did your community like really thrive during COVID? Because you were already wearing a mask. I imagine you guys were the safest of anyone out there, especially in Texas. Did you ever put a mask over the mask?
At conventions, they mandatory that you wear a mask underneath this mask. So it was
Dr. Fauci has gone too far. Are all the animals dogs?
No.
Which animals are you?
Dogs.
Okay. You travel in a pack, I guess.
The one here I have is a dog, the other one I have is a crow.
You have multiple characters. Oh my God, so when are you in what's a crow? When do you want to be a crow? When do you want to be a dog?
It depends on just when I want to wear it.
Yeah, does it also depend on who you want to Is it like rock, paper, scissors? Like a crow can fuck a dog, but a dog can't fuck a crow. I feel like there's probably a whole hierarchy, or I guess an animal kingdom, one might say.
There's weaknesses in Pokemon.
Yeah. Now you're talking my language, okay? Yeah, okay. So how does that apply?
So I'm a water grass type, so I'm good against like ground types.
Holy shit. Now wait, now that it's about Pokemon, this guy is so fucking excited. He's like, whoa.
I'm a bit different. I'm the one who actually makes the suits.
You make the suits.
This one is my creation. I made this myself.
Hell yeah. It's beautiful. Can I see it?
You want to toss it up there?
If you can, oh my God, yeah. Whoa. I'm gonna ask first. You don't just put on another man's head. Are you crazy? Is it okay to put on?
Go for it.
Okay. My head's a little big. Let's hope.
Fucked up, I don't really sew it, so it's hard to breathe out.
Okay. Okay. have to put the mic here, like I'm a furry that had like a smoking problem and I need... My mom was dating this guy for a while. I thought they were gonna get married because they adopted a dog together. They did? They adopted a cute little dog named Reggie. And my mom told me now that they split up, they're gonna try shared custody of the dog. And I told her, I said, Mom, speaking from experience, I'm sure Reggie would prefer to be put down. Oh my God, I'm dying in here. If this is the moment I change my entire life, I put it on and I felt free. I was hiding my face, but I've never shown more of myself. I feel like it's like a hunting trophy at this point. Like normally when you perform at bars in Texas, you see these like on the wall.
My friend is a huge fan of yours and is the reason that the three of us are here tonight.
Oh, hell yeah.
Would you be willing to do something with his head?
No zoo?
Yeah, no.
Okay, all right, this is some new lingo I don't even know about. Oh, you don't have zoos? Oh, I wasn't gonna make a zoo. I would never make a zoo joke. What do you think, I'm out of my mind? What kind of piece of shit would I be if I made a zoo joke right now? Who do you take me for? I know that's what people hate Dave Chappelle for. He's always making zoo jokes on all of his Netflix specials. You ever think about other dogs while you're f***ing your dog? Who's got some family drama they want to share? I can't see fucking at all. Your aunt, she was like, oh, we're on land. Go over the railing.
My mom's husband and my sister's husband are brothers.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Your mom, her mom. Okay, fuck. Yeah, Liam brought the Chewbacca mask with him too, I'm sure.
Because I'm a professional Chewbacca sometimes.
Liam's a furry for pay. If Liam was like, hey, I'd love to come along, but I'm Chewbacca, would you be like,
Absolutely.
holy shit. He's got the camera, he'll do the filming for you, you know? Holy shit, what happened to this show? This was, Is there anything that you wish people knew about furries that they don't?
I see it as a way of self-expression in a society filled with things being repeated over and over, and it's a way to be unique.
Hell yeah. So when they see you in the wild, should they talk to you as a person or as a dog?
Talk to me as you would.
Like, are you gonna leave without tipping your waiter and you're like, bark, bark? And did you bring this through TSA?
Yeah.
Oh my God, TSA must have started crying.
It's so funny.
They'd be like, can you take off your... Oh shit, I don't even know what to say. What happened when you went through?
Oh, I've gone through like 6 times. My parents live in Germany, so I go visit them all the time.
When you go through the detector, they're like, oh my God, you have a person inside of you.
He goes through the x-ray. So I put him like a dog through the x-ray.
You're your own emotional support animal. Here you go, thank you. Do you have your Chewbacca with you? Fuck. Yeah, bring it next time. I mean, if this clip goes viral, this is gonna become like a new thing.
My parents got divorced when I was 7 days old. So, like most kids, my first word was mama, but my next 5 were told me to tell you. And my dad went on to get married 5 times. Now, I don't know if you've ever been to someone's 5th wedding, but no one can take it seriously. Everyone's in Crocs. It's BYOB. And by the fourth stepmom, I was so bitter. I was just like, I'd learn your name, sweetheart, but you'll be gone by Christmas. And that was a lollipop because I was 9. So all of that left me with very mixed feelings about marriage. Until I met a woman in college named Laura. And Laura, she looked like a young Audrey Hepburn, but like with the neuroses of an Annie Hall. She had these big, not like sexy librarian glasses, more like helpful librarian glasses. And they magnified these very small blue eyes that would just disappear when she smiled. And she smiled every time I walked in a room. I loved her, and I never wanted her to look at me the way that my mom looks at my dad. So after we graduated, I broke up with her. She moved to LA, and rather than process any of my feelings, I went backpacking around Europe for 3 months. I went all over Europe. I started in Sicily, then I went to Rome, Berlin, Amsterdam, Paris, back to Amsterdam, Dublin, Lisbon. This is not an accurate map, but the final stop was Interlaken, Switzerland. All I could think about was Laura. Like, did I make a mistake? Should I call her, beg forgiveness, ask her to marry me? And that's when I saw a brochure for skydiving. And I thought, oh, I'll just do this instead. Because Switzerland is actually the #1 place to skydive, according to the brochure. So I signed up to go tandem jumping the next day. Tandem jumping, that's where you're strapped to someone who's brave on your behalf. And I was very nervous, so instead of going to bed that night, I decided to Skype with Laura. Now, we were broken up, but she was still generous enough to talk to me, you know, if I was having like an existential crisis. So, you know, we talked a lot. And with the time difference, it's probably like 6 in the morning when she answers her Skype, and I'm on the screen freaking out. Like, tell me I don't have to go skydiving. And this is the first she's heard of any of this. So she's like, honey, deep breaths. You don't have to go skydiving. And I was like, no, I need you to push me, please. And she was like, oh, I misread that. You totally should go skydiving. And I was like, why? Because you want me to die? And I'm a lot. And we just went back and forth until finally I burst into tears. And I was like, all right, I don't know if I'm going to do it, but if I do, and if the parachute doesn't go off, I just want you to know that you will be the last thing that I'm thinking about. Which probably isn't true. I mean, the last thing I'll think is just like, ah! But I had to wrap up the call because the van was there to take me to the airfield because we'd been Skyping for 7 hours. Yeah, and so I said goodbye. I kissed the camera. It was gross. And I get into the van. It's one of these big vans, no seatbelts in the van. And the driver can see that I've been crying. So he's like, dude, you are more likely to die on this car ride right now than you are skydiving. I'm like, great, more things to be scared about. They dress me up in this full body neon orange jumpsuit, which I think is like, so, you know, if the parachute doesn't go off, they can find my body in the woods. And I have to crawl onto the plane. It's a tiny plane. It could fit on this stage. I think it was made by Hot Wheels. And we start going up into the sky, and they strap me up behind me to my tandem jumper. And it's this very, very cool Australian guy named Eben. And to try to like get my mind off this, I just try to get to know him. I was like, hey, Eben, you married? And he was like, nah. And I was like, oh, do you have a girlfriend or boyfriend? And he was like, nah. And I was like, oh, do you have any pets? And he was like, nah. If I disappeared, I don't think anyone would notice. Time to jump. Boom! I'm scooting to the edge, straddled by a suicidal skydiver, I think. And right as my feet are hanging over the plane, that's when I decide, you know what, I'm not gonna go skydiving. I don't care if there's no refunds, I'm gonna cancel this. But then I think something snapped. I think something went off in my head because for the first time in my life, I heard a voice in my head that was not my own. And it said, you can't die, Gianmarco. You're the main character. 3, 2, 1, we jumped. And guys, you have got to go skydiving. It was amazing. You have to go. It was raining, but we were above the clouds, so I was like raining onto the rain. And then Eben pulled the parachute, thank God. I'm Jewish, but just in case. And then you just float. You just float for like 5-10 minutes. And it was this beautiful view of the Swiss Alps, just like snow and lakes. It was the first time in so long that I didn't have any distractions. It was just like me alone with my thoughts and Eben. And it took falling miles above the Swiss Alps for me to go, what am I doing? Obviously, I love Laura. And if I'm willing to jump out of a plane for no reason, I can certainly marry her for every reason in the world. So the moment we land, I threw up everywhere. I mean, it had been a long day. You've heard. Very hard day for me personally. But the moment I clean up, I go to get my phone, I call Laura, she doesn't pick up. I call her again, she doesn't pick up. And I didn't find out until like months later, but the reason she wasn't picking up is because she was at a friend's birthday party where she was meeting for the first time her now husband. Because life does not wait until you're ready to jump. Thank you. Do you think R. Kelly is ever sitting in his prison cell and he hears Michael Jackson come on the radio and is like, if only I could have danced a little better? You know a lot about R. Kelly. Hell yeah.
I know a lot about Michael Jackson.
How much about Michael Jackson?
I used to go to Neverland Ranch when Ryan White was there.
Okay, everyone shut the fuck up for 1 second. I got a lot to talk about right now. You just said that you used to go to Neverland Ranch when who was there?
Ryan White.
Is he who
With AIDS.
The kid with AIDS? Oh, okay. I didn't even know about this. This is so there was a kid with AIDS. Did he get it from Michael or?
No, he was a hemophiliac.
Okay.
He got HIV, world famous. When Ryan White would come into LA, I was the physician responsible for his care.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And so part of the perks, you'd be like, hey, can we do the appointment at Neverland Ranch again?
No, they would call me and say, he's at Neverland Ranch. You need to go check up on him.
Okay. So you would go to Neverland Ranch. And like when you were done making sure he was okay, did you ride the giraffe or anything like that? You didn't get to hang at all? You just had to leave?
No, I just wasn't interested.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Tell me about Neverland Ranch. Was it weird? Did it just seem fun? Or were you like, something's weird?
Oh, no, it had a weird vibe.
Did you suspect anything?
No, but Ryan White would be there alone, and I'd go, where's Michael Jackson? He'd go, oh, he's in Europe. I'd just be alone in Neverland Ranch.
Oh, it sounds like a nice resort at this point. I mean, if Michael wasn't even there, that was probably a good time. Did you ever get to meet Michael Jackson?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? What was he like?
He was two personalities.
Which, tell me about. One was the stage, so one was like fun?
Well, one was the stage, and then one was Michael Jackson, yeah.
Okay, what was that second one like?
He had a deeper voice.
Really? So that voice, the voice he talked to here, that was not his real voice? Then he come back, where's the fucking kids? Get that fucking doctor out of here. I know a lot of people where what they say, they go, well, why did the parents let their kids share a bed with Michael Jackson. And I think people forget that this was back before the Catholic Church got busted. And by which I mean, people didn't know there were so many pedophiles just running around in the wild. You know, it would be like if I told you guys that I share a bed with my golden retriever. You would assume I'm not fucking the dog. But then in 20 years, that HBO documentary comes out, and there's Air Bud being like, when he got the peanut butter, I knew what time it was. And then there's a doctor at a show like, actually that dog had AIDS and I used to visit him. And my grandpa, when he was in his 30s, he got shot in the head and survived. And the doctor said that my grandma had terrible aim. Did that resonate with you? Why? Amazing, amazing, amazing. Your great-grandma shot your great-grandpa. And this was a long time ago. Back then, loading a gun, that was, she wanted to. Because she was, for 10 minutes, she was like, I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. I'm gonna do it, that's for sure. Did he survive?
Well, at first he was fine, and he called the ambulance himself, and they found him on the front porch smoking a cigar.
Where did your grandma hit him?
In the head.
Which hole was he smoking the cigar out of? And, okay, keep going. So they got there, and he's smoking a cigar.
And then he said, she shot me, and then he dropped dead.
Damn, that's kind of badass, I gotta say. I'm gonna hold on until I get this cunt in jail. I've had a big week. I moved to Los Angeles on Sunday. Yeah, they gave me a real warm welcome. Feels like moving to New York on September 10th, 2001. There, you know, we were getting a lot of emergency alerts on our phone, and at some point we thought we were safe in our neighborhood, and then we got this alert. Everyone got this alert in Los Angeles that was like, evacuate right now. And then 5 minutes later we got another alert that said, disregard the last alert. It was only one specific area. You don't need to worry about it. It made me realize it was probably a really good time to start kidnapping some kids. I could get an alert right now, be like 1,000 kids have been kidnapped across Los Angeles. I'd be like, it's probably just one kid in Utah somewhere. Don't even think about it. What's so crazy is I left New York City partially because it's a mess over there. You know, I moved from New York to Los Angeles. I mean, there's all sorts of shit going on in New York. There was that woman who, she was on the subway and she was on fire. I guess she just moved there from Los Angeles. And the NYPD did fucking nothing to help her, as opposed to the LAPD. They ran right into those fires with their, flame-repellent parking tickets. And now everyone's blaming the fires on. Here's what it is to me. I feel like the same kind of people that would blame natural disasters on like gay marriage being legalized are the exact same people who blame fires now on DEI. Like that's honestly, it's people talk about DEI the same way they used to talk about God. They're like, it's everywhere. They act like because the fire department chief or whatever, she's a lesbian. They act like there's never been a fire before this woman got into power. I mean, I don't know who's in charge of the fire department during the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire, but I doubt it was a lesbian in 1911. Maybe she sucks. I don't know if she fucking sucks, but that's the first thing they go to is, oh, she's gay, like as if that's the problem. No one ever talks that way about. No one ever says, wow, our country's really fucked up right now. Maybe it's, I mean, my God, 44 white guys, maybe we're not electing the best presidents for the job. No, it's so preachy, I don't like it. You saw that one news reporter that they got mad at him because he was like in a fire jacket, and then he turned and they saw they had clothespins, and they were like, how could he worry about his looks at a time like that? That's his job. He's being sexy under duress. He's actually doing it. That's what we wanted. We wanted them to be sexy. What, if you wanted to fucking fight the fires? His mascara would run. At some point, I have to address your laugh, and it's like it's a delightful laugh. It's so squeaky. Have you always laughed like this? What do you sound like when you talk?
I've been told that it's also squeaky and annoying.
Okay. It was low. For a second, we all thought she'd be like,
I've been told that it's a little squeaky and annoying.
No, it's very nice. Were you ever made fun of it as a kid?
I was homeschooled.
Bullying has its place in the world. You were homeschooled here in North Carolina?
Yes.
Yeah? And did you have any siblings, or were you an only student?
I had 3 younger siblings I was raised with.
Okay. How did they laugh?
Well, they don't laugh very much when they're around me.
You took all the laughter out of the household. You sucked it up and it was too much, and that's why it comes out. Homeschool, that's fast. And who's this to you?
I'm trying to steal his girlfriend.
What do you mean? You're doing it wrong. You should be here with her, not him. That's what happens when you're homeschooled. I know how I'll get his girlfriend. I'll take him out to a lovely night on the town.
I'm the friend who came knowing this would happen.
Uh-huh. But...
No, I got him because of your elbows. Because I think your elbows...
What the fuck did you just say? Because of my elbows? What do you mean, my elbows? No one's ever... What do you mean?
I just look at you on YouTube and watch your elbows, and I'm like, you
Is that why all of you came here tonight? Be honest with me. I thought it was for my comedy. But what do you... Okay, I have some questions, because I've never noticed an elbow in my entire life. You must, may I ask do you have a thing for elbows?
No.
You don't have a thing for, you just noticed them?
No, I was looking at one of your videos and somebody was like, oh, look at his elbows, and then I...
There's someone else? Why aren't they here too?
I don't know. It was on YouTube, so I don't know where they are, but it was a...
Describe my elbow to me.
It's not just your elbow, it's how you use it.
Okay. You know what they say, ladies, it's not the size of the elbow, it's how you use it. The elbow, traditionally, it works on, I know you didn't learn this, but it's a hinge function. So there's only so many movements it can make. Oh my God, his elbow makes a 90-degree angle just like yours. Do you believe this is True?
Yeah, she brought me because she said I had comedic elbows.
Comedic elbows.
Yeah. And I thought it was an insult. She said, no, it's from this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I like that adjective. That's better in school when they called me gay elbow boy. But stand up. Come here. What the fuck are you talking about? Take it off, sure. How do you even know what his elbows look like? Roll those sleeves up, let's see this. Okay. Is there really something there? Okay, do something else. Or call the waiter for a check.
Tell a joke.
Here, good. We have a second mic here. Let's just see. All right.
Tell a joke.
Do you know any of my jokes?
I've never heard of you.
All right, tell a joke with your elbows in the style of me. I want to see.
I'm your biggest fan.
This feels like a young crowd, except for you guys. Is this your son?
Yes.
Oh, did he drag you here? Or did you drag him here?
They invited themselves.
They live in Boston, we live in Canada. We came to visit, so he got us.
Okay, we're getting in trouble.
Yeah, no. Let's talk about it. Did you grow up in Canada?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What are you doing here?
Oh, we're good.
What do you do for work?
Engineering.
What'd you say? Let me ask the questions over here. What are you looking for, an engineer?
She's engaged to an engineer.
You're engaged to an engineer. And
It's not me.
it's not you. Okay. Shut the fuck up. Listen. Okay, you're an engineer.
No.
What? You toured together?
Yes.
He's just fucking with me.
No.
You said she's engaged to an engineer.
Yes.
You're holding hands, just for anyone who can't see up here. So then I asked you, are you an engineer? And you said no. So... This is how my parents got divorced.
She knows.
Oh.
Her fiance knows.
Okay, her fiance knows. And, okay. This poor Canadian couple is like, what the fuck is going on here in the States? So you're in an open...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Only a relationship.
Okay, some people are excited about this. You're excited, you're not, we understand it. So, okay, so what are the rules? I would think rule number one, don't sit in the front row of a comedy show. Has it always been an open relationship with your? Okay, and did anything change with the engagement, or like on your wedding night? Are you gonna fuck him? Or is he just gonna film? Like, how does it work in the? There's so many rules, you know.
The irony is I've been dating him longer.
You've been dating him longer. Sounds like we had little John in the back over there. He was like, what? This is not okay.
and you met your fiance. Did your fiance propose to you?
No.
Oh, you proposed to.
Yes.
Can I get the gender on your fiance? Because I don't know what's going on anymore.
She's female.
She's female.
Yes.
Okay, cool. You just said she. So.
I mean.
No, I understand. It's common. Who the fuck knows anymore? Okay, I don't even know. I'm stressed talking about it. So you proposed to her, and how did you take the news? Fine.
He wants to be second.
Yeah, I don't like all the.
You want to be the second marriage? Because I have a feeling that slot's gonna be open after a couple years. There's no way this is working out. 6 years you've been together.
I'm also married.
We need to go back to church, guys. It's true, we opened it up a little and people went fucking wild with it. You're married, you're technically married.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are they? What does that
mean? We've been separated for like 10 years.
You've been separated for 10 years. And, okay, people are going like, oh, he's fine, he's having a great, this is the happiest separation of all time. Why are you holding on to the marriage?
Oh, we're both too lazy to do the paperwork.
You're too lazy to do the paperwork, but you have enough energy to find a second. But you're too lazy to propose, clearly, so it's like, no, do you, the three of you ever?
No.
Cross fingers.
What?
Cross fingers.
But it's not gonna happen.
Oh, you hope? Okay. All the men in the room are like, he's got a plan. Are you gonna go to the wedding?
Oh, of course.
You're not gonna be in the first row, are you? Or do you read some vows in between them? I just want to, is there anyone else at your wedding that you have a relationship with, or is this it?
Wait, is this a question for him or for me?
It's, I don't even know anymore. My girlfriend would hate all of this shit, just so you guys know. Do you have anyone else at the wedding that you are currently sleeping with?
Yeah, probably, I don't know.
Is it like a whole side of the aisle? Is it like family? The people you've been with? I think it's nice. I do. What are you going to get for her registry? Just like more bed sheets. And I had this year. I had some like gastrointestinal problems, and I went to a doctor, and he diagnosed me with Judaism. And I said, I would like to run a few tests, and he was like, that's one of the symptoms. And I ended up getting, at a very young age, I got a prostate exam. And the doctor gave like a whole big speech. I guess he gives this to every man that gets a prostate exam. He's like, I'm going to be inserting a finger into your rectum. It's going to be a pinch, but it'll be over really quick. And I was like, doctor, I am a millennial. Okay? I've been getting fingered since sophomore year of college. The only difference is the person fingering me is wearing a glove this time. By the end, I was giving him feedback. I was like, what's this shit, doctor? Use these two fingers. Switch hands if you're feeling tired. Kiss my neck, squeeze my tit. Fuck it, I'll do it. You just focus on the balls. You've gotten a prostate exam?
Many times.
What did he say I missed it? Oh, many times. Yeah, because that healthcare is free. That's very funny, but it was free. You go every day, you're like, the doctor's like, you have the cleanest bill of health I've ever seen in my life. Oh, Jesus Christ. What do you think of is your I didn't even ask. Closed or open?
His prostate or
to your marriage?
Would be a classic.
You're being the classic kind.
Are you sure?
Were you trying to start something here? His son is right there. Man, you're getting married too.
In October.
In October. I don't remember this applause for their wedding. But you judgmental fucks. I don't know. I bet you guys are going to get better gifts than they are. It's just because it seems like a lot. You know, I mean, I don't know. It'd be like getting married, being able to fuck other people. It's, I don't know. That's like having a baby shower at Planned Parenthood. You're not confident they're going to see it all the way through. My girlfriend, she grew up in a Hasidic community. You know, Hasid with the... Every time I heard it, yep, I know, buddy. I've had a couple run-ins with the Hasids over the years. My girlfriend, she left that community, but she still makes me, respect the holidays. Passover's a big one that's coming up. Is it coming up? I'm in trouble. Are you Jewish? What level of Judaism? You're an atheist Jew, so Jew. Yeah. There's a lot of Jews that are atheists because, we're smarter. Rosh Hashanah, someone yelled back there. Okay, well, my joke's about Passover, so shut the fuck up. It's a lot to keep track of. Thank you for adding a little Jewish stank. It's a lot! It's a lot! You know it's a lot when even a Jew has trouble keeping count. Joke about our stereotypes more than other people. I did a show in New York. There was a Hasidic Jew in the front row, and I was just talking. It was a late show. I said, "Oh, do you guys smoke pot?" And I swear to God, he went, "No, but we'll sell it." And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude? With your hands and fucking everything? You can't. You can't do that. That would be like if a black person. I can't even say it because it would be so fucked up." The story of Passover. Correct me if I get any of this wrong. I can't even see. To me, that must be Yahweh in the back. Just keeping an eye on her. We will. The Jews, we were enslaved by the Pharaoh. Moses said, "Let the Jews go." Pharaoh said, "No." Moses said, "I'm going to cause all these plagues." He did. Still, no. And then finally, what was it? The firstborn son thing? They killed the firstborn sons. And then, are you Jewish?
No, I'm just educated.
My girlfriend will be so disappointed in me right now, dude. So, what is your degree in?
I'm from Mississippi. We just read the Bible.
Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. I've read way more books, but you know that one very well. So were there a lot of Jews when you grew up in Mississippi, or did you just read about them? Coming to New York City was like if you entered the world of Lord of the Rings all of a sudden. Oh my God.
That is what it felt like.
What made you move here from Mississippi?
Business, same as everybody else, came up to make money.
Yeah. What kind of business do you do?
I'm in the car business.
You're in the car business.
I am.
What kind of cars?
GMC, Buick, Chevy, used.
Chevy used? You counted that as a brand real quick? Ferraris, Vipers used. I have a driver's license, but all that means is that I parallel parked once in 2006. And I failed the driving test 6 times. When I passed, the guy didn't even say congrats, he just went off in the ambulance. I remember I once had an audience member from Ireland, and he told me, he said, in Ireland, if you fail the driving test, you can never take it again in that city. You're allowed to take it in other cities, it's just like a longer commute. Which I hope only applies to driving. I hope it's not like, oh yeah, in Dublin I'm a registered sex offender, but in Galway, I'm just a priest. See, I know about your religion too. Are you two dating? Not anymore. You said actually no more. What are you to each other?
Friends.
Friends?
Yeah.
Have you ever hooked up? It's amazing. I mean, if it was a no, have you two ever hooked up? No. You see how quick that was? You got about this much to answer the question. Or it's a yes. Okay, so how if you don't know the state of your relationship, don't sit in the front row of a comedy show. Is it frequent?
No, he lives a little far.
Yeah, I live in the mountains, so I'm visiting.
Yeah.
Oh, how deep in the mountains? You're very well dressed for a mountain man. She was done fucking you, like, get dressed, we're going to a comedy show, and you're like, I have no clothes. I am of the mountain. So if he lived a little closer, would you be dating him?
Maybe.
What? No, that's not romantic at all. That's not. He's walking home like, okay, if I lived here, would you date me? If I lived here, would you date me? A love story for our ages. 2 star-crossed lovers. The only thing stopping them, a little bit of distance. How did you meet?
We used to work together.
You used to work together?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of work?
We're waitress.
I'm a waitress, yes.
Yes, okay, you're both waitresses, sure. Okay, so I get it. You can't afford to travel that far to see people. Okay, it's making more sense now. It's like, okay, you can either move closer or get a job. That's okay. I used to be a singing waiter. We're like in between taking people's orders, I'd sing musical theater songs, which I know some people hate that shit, and it's not what like Chipotle is known for. But people, let me tell you, people tip more when they know what you're gonna do with the money, right? Like when you tip more to your waitress at IHOP, if you got to see her have custody of her children. You tip more, that's the point. Are you still waiting?
Yeah.
And you?
In the mountains, yeah.
In the mountains?
Where are these mountains?
Yeah, where are these mountains? Okay, don't worry, I will cover it. You don't have to. I was gonna get there. You on date him. She's gonna fuck him next. She's like, I live close to the mountains. I don't mind a commute for some good dick. What are these mountains?
It's a small town called Idlewild, and our mayor is a dog.
Okay, I understand how in theory it's cute that their mayor is a dog. But do you understand how that's a sign of a country in decline? Do you understand that it's cute, and then in a couple years when we're all dead in a civil war, that dog's gonna come out and lick our dead faces? What do you mean? What do you mean? How did this happen?
You're gonna feel bad though because the dog passed away.
Let me tell you something. I don't feel bad at all. To put it in dog terms, I don't feel bad one lick. If you told me that the mayor of New York City was a dog, I'd put it down myself. You understand? How did it happen? Did you vote for the dog? You didn't vote. You didn't vote. Don't even lie. I can tell.
I did.
You did not.
I did not. I moved there after.
You moved there after. You moved there after. Did the dog pass any major legislation while he was in office?
Only better than anything Biden can do. So.
I think the dog would like Biden. You know, he's real close to getting to all of his bones. That's pretty. I think Biden's better than a dog. I think that's pretty harsh. Even Republicans wouldn't go that far. Was the dog a Democrat or was he conservative? Was he a?
I think they just.
Was he a libertarian or? This is what you paid the money for, folks. This quick win. To be honest, it is nice to be in San Diego. Other than this Biden hater up here, it's a pretty great. What are your political views, Mountain Man?
Independent.
Independent Republican.
Yeah.
I have never in my life met an independent who has voted anything but Republican their entire goddamn lives. It is the biggest lie of all time. You're like, you know what, I'm Republican, but I'd like to fuck Democrats, so I'm gonna be independent. I'd like to fuck women with purple hair, so I'm gonna say that I'm independent.